Welcome to our abandoned horrors. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and today we're playing for the game Moth. While searching for a cure to our mother's illness, we travel to an abandoned island and quickly discover 3 secrets that reside there. Bureau, public department created after the breach, who study, research and communicate with beings known as entity. Traductor, investigate sightings of entities, report to Bureau for confirmation of entities' presence. Okay, a nice relaxing day on the coast it seems. You need to come back home. How can you leave while mother's sick? I listened to my brother silently. I'm doing it for her. I told him, I'm going to find a way to save her. But he doesn't believe me. There was nothing much else for it, so I had no choice but to go on my own. It would have been nice if there'd been someone else around who could help me out with this sort of thing. But the sad truth was that this job, people tended to be rather more interested in living in discretion and go on with their life than helping one another. I went down to the harbour at first light and took a small boat across. Oh, interesting. Wait, so those are all tiny little... Oh, okay, that's a coast village, got ya. The island itself wasn't huge. There were only about 50 houses or so, and they all seemed to be made from wood. Most of them looked pretty decrepit, like they hadn't seen any work done on them in decades. As soon as I got off the boat, I felt something strange. My skin prickled, and I could feel cold air blowing towards me, even though it was a warm night. I hate this place already. It was as if there was some kind of unnatural coldness blowing through everything. I walked into the town. I kept looking up and down, searching for anything that might be out of place. But apart from a few broken windows here and there, it didn't look like anyone had lived on this island for years. A small woman showed up to me. She looked like she'd been living alone on this island for ages. My name's Cinza, she said, smiling. My name is... I never changed my name. She invited me inside her house. You must be the traductor from the city. That's right. I'm the one who called you, I replied, sitting down on the sofa, letting my eyes wander. Cinza sat next to me. Are you okay? Yeah, I knew it. You've got that look about you. What do you mean? Everyone has that look when they come to this island. They know it's sacred here. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. You must be tired. She gave me a room for the night. I was so tired I could hardly keep my eyes open. The next morning, I woke up early. I decided to talk to Cinza about my mission. Apparently, this island has quite an interesting story. So, why doesn't anyone ever try to find out what's going on? I tried once, but I was just a nurse. Ain't much I could do that's going on here. Okay, so about the sun, about... Oh, there's a beast! We all know what we want to hear about. What about the beast? When I was a kid, a beast came from nowhere. He terrorized the town every night. It was before the government created the traductors and other ghost hunters. You ignore her skeptical comment. Even now, all these years later, I still wake up sometimes, and I think I hear it crying outside my window. It cries and then it stops and doesn't make a sound again. Sometimes it comes into people's bedrooms and opens their cupboards and drawers and takes whatever food it finds. How scary! My parents never told me anything about it. All I knew was that I wanted to see a real monster. I should go up to the top of the hill, the one with the little church. That's where it usually appears. Do you know what happened? No, no one does. Everyone who ends up there came back without saying a word. And when the children started dying, we all stopped talking about it. We couldn't really afford to be spreading rumors, so we just pretend it never existed. Oh, so I only got one question. Interesting. I needed to take a walk around the island, so I did. After 2 hours, I found myself back to the harbour. She told me about that church. Maybe I should start there. Taking the path to the hill wasn't easy. No one cleared the place for years. I might be in the wild for hours. An apple tree appeared in front of me. Do I want the apple? No, I take one apple. As I snatched the apple, the tree started making strange noises. My mind must be tricking me. After an hour, I finally arrived at the church. The building seems abandoned, like the rest of the island. I entered the building. Ooh, interesting. Wait, is he throwing like a rocket or something? I don't recognize these pictures on the walls. A bad smell came to my senses. The smell of a dead corpse. I waited patiently. Nothing. I followed the procedure, which is waiting until the entity manifests itself. I waited all day long. I hate this place. It's getting dark. It still smells horrible. Someone's crying. I can hear it now. It's coming from the bathroom. I approach the door calmly. A strange figure appears. Well, hi there, aren't you? I would say, you know what, I would say you're charming, but I'd be lying. I'm paralyzed in terror. It froze too, probably trying to guess my intentions. I keep repeating myself. It's just a big dog. I finally scream, scaring the beast. Without hesitation, the creature jumped from the window, escaping in the night. I stayed there for a while, shocked. What just happened? The creature, I need to find it. I ran out of the church, looking around. I need to go back to Cinza's house. I ran through the islands. She is nowhere to be found. Ooh, wait, what's that? Some kind of Slenderman-esque figure? Strange noises coming from her bedroom. Was she the beast all along? I feared the worst. I decided to take a look. Cinza! It's too dark to see something. I enter her bedroom. Cinza, are you there? I do believe she's asleep. Open the lights. You know what? She's not asleep. She's just deceased. That's quite unfortunate. Her body. I ran out of the house. I need to leave this island. I returned to the harbour. There is nothing left for me here. I didn't find anything useful to cure Mother's sickness. Maybe on the next mission. I'm sorry, Mom. I will find another way to save you. I suddenly remembered the apple I took earlier. Maybe there is hope after all. Okay, so I want to see if we can get a slightly different ending. So say we don't take the apple. We just leave without it. Better leave it there. You know what? How about we just run away? We know she's dead. We're leaving. I decided to run. I can hear the beast following me through that house. I take a look behind me. Oh, actually, I take it back. You are quite magnificent. I kept running. I couldn't find Cinza. I finally understand. She is the monster. I caught it! I know it. Wait, so she was not dead then? Well, I suppose that she just shed her skin. I ran out of the house. I returned to the harbour. There was nothing left for me here. I didn't find anything useful to cure Mother's sickness. Maybe on the next mission. I'm sorry, Mum. I will find another way to save you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure picking either of the other options gives us a different story. So what was it we asked about the son this time? My son? I was pregnant without a father. At first, I thought it was the result of my mind. But it was real. I finally gave birth to an entity. I stopped breathing. Impossible! I am no scientist. I can explain what happened back then. I was just a nurse. How surreal. I need to report this to Bureau. The people of this town were worshipping him. He made miracles for them. Where are they now? She refused to answer my question. Do you want to meet my son? Your son? My son. He's still here. You can find him on the island. His house is near the lake. She seems tired. All those memories. I left her having a rest, curious to know more about her son. The sun shines down through the leaves. I take a deep breath. This place isn't bad after all. A small cabin stands here, surrounded by trees and bushes. It looks old and weather-worn. A path goes behind the house. I continue my path through the woods until I reach the lake. Wait, he was the one we saw in the picture in the church, right? The one that was throwing something into outer space? Wow, the entity is being made of pure light. He seems to be enjoying the water. A nearby branch breaks off, falling on the ground. I look back at the entity. He is waving at me. Hello! He seems happy to see me. I salute him back. He starts walking towards me. His body glows with an emotionless light. It's been a long time since I've seen a person. I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to apologize. I'm very grateful to meet you. Ooh, is that a butterfly? Pretty. Are you a traductor? Yes. I have experience interacting with an entity. Even if you look like an angel to me. You heard him chuckle. I thought I was an angel too. It must be because of my wings. They don't fly anyway. To be honest, I can't find anything else than that. What happened to the island? Where are the people? He stops walking. I could hear him taking a deep breath. They're gone. They loved me. I gave them food, fruits, apple. But the island is empty. The entity looks at the sky. When I was born into this world, I learned something very important. I learned how nature works in this world. Everything is everything. An immortal cycle, an infinite rebirth of every living thing. A human's body is extremely malleable. I'm not sure if I understand all his poems, but something about his answers makes me uncomfortable. I can't see his emotions, no face, no thoughts. But he doesn't seem really interested in doing anything but having philosophical conversations. Wait, is this me, or is there a second luminous being? How's your mother? His question startled me. How does he know? I tried to hide my surprise. What do you mean? Your mother. How is she doing? I stutter. You don't know? You left her. You took that job to run away. To be here. The atmosphere changed, but his tone was still calm. My mother is sick. I thought I could find a way to save her. I stood there in silence. I can't save your mother. Can you at least try? No, I can't because she passed away a few hours ago. That hurts. I should leave. I should go. How stupid was I? The entity turns around and looks at me. I may look like an angel, but I can't make miracles. Why am I here? To find hope. A way to save your mother. Please, enough! You should leave. Go back to your family. He's right. I left him silently, hiding my tears. I think I got everything I needed. I should go back to the bureau. Leaving the entity makes me feel guilty, but there is nothing there for me. It took me all night to come back. Was there always a tree here? I don't remember that. I enter Cinza's house. She's not here, but a large tree grew through the house. Okay, so it is a new development. She probably left the island. I return to the harbour. I should go back to the bureau. There is nothing left for me here. Okay, this time, I want to stay here. I want to stay here with you. The entity looks at me. I can feel his hesitation. Is it really what you wish? Yes. Yes. Are you ready to give your flesh to the earth? I was not sure of its meaning, but I had nothing to lose anymore. Yes. Give your mind to the sky. Close your eyes. I could feel my skin changing. Oh, wait, am I a tree now as well? My memories leaving me one by one. I am indeed a tree. Well, okay then. Mother. Moth. Well, we found why this game is called Moth now, huh? Okay, so we're on to our last story. About the god. The people of this island, they disappear one by one. Nobody knew where they went. But every time someone disappeared, a tree appeared. Yeah, that was your son's doing, I'm afraid. A apple tree. We thought it was an act of God. Not the typical God. A God who asks for sacrifice. Which would explain the disappearances. It didn't really bother us. But after a few years, everybody vanished. A strong smile came to me. What's in the pie? Wait. Okay, let me so you're saying all the people became apple trees. You've picked the apples, put them into pie, so technically are you eating children? Because I mean, you are quite literally eating the fruit of the tree's loins, right? Does this make us a cannibal? Apple pie. Even when there's no one, trees are still growing. Sometimes tourists come to visit the town. I never noticed them leaving. Strange. I decided to take a small walk through the island. The forest was dense and humid. A few hours later, I finally stopped. Curiously, the houses were still intact. No war, no floods, just vanished. Okay, we found the apple tree again. I came across a huge apple tree. The branches are full of apples, red apples. I hear whisperings. It's coming from the tree. I take one apple. I take one apple. The whisperings continue through the ground. I don't know where it goes. I continue to wander around until the dark. This place is really abandoned. A blue halo illuminates the sky. I went on top of the hill to take a better look. Oh, that's pretty! Oh, I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I love it. The creature made thousands of different noises. It sounded like all the voices of the people living here before. I understood everything now. The trees. Off of my body. I looked at her. Her magnificent wings illuminated the plains. I take the apple. I bite into it. My mind, my memories, they're being erased. Mother, her face disappeared. Hi, Moth. Oh, is this you staring into my soul? I feel my skin getting thicker. Yes, I let my mind embrace the darkness. Finally, I will join you, Mother. Mother. Moth. Okay, so on the point. Maybe this time we should leave. Terribly sorry, Moth, but gotta get out of here. The creature doesn't seem interested in communicating. It's just floating around like a giant cloud. This must be the god Cinza was talking about. I watched it all night. I came back to Cinza's house. I found Cinza in her kitchen. Sir, I didn't expect you to come back so early. I think I know what happened to the people of this island. You should come with me. She smiled at me. Her expression became peaceful. I can't leave this place. I know nothing else. Her face. My soul belongs to the ground. Her hand. My memories. Her body. That was her last word before her skin changed, petrifying her forever. I stood there in silence. Trees. Maybe it was what they wished. Going back to their roots. Make one with nature. I wait on the harbour. I should go back to the bureau. There's not much left here. I look at the apple I took earlier. This is maybe the answer. I will keep it for you, Mother. Wait, we know that biting into the apple makes us one with the moth, right? So aren't we just gonna kill our mother if we give her the apple? Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Moth. I'm curious if all three stories exist alongside each other. In which case, wouldn't entities be giving birth to entities? Because since it's the beast, right, and they gave birth to the angel, that might be a problem. Well, if you're looking for something else to watch, then why not check out my video on the spider on the wall from the same developers? And if you enjoyed your time here, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. But other than that, I hope you have a spooky day and I'll catch you next time, guys.